Hey, welcome to you and welcome to your reading. All right, so this reading today is for the LGBTQIA plus community, and I'm really looking forward to what Spirit has to communicate to you today. If you are new here, welcome to you. I went ahead and set a spiritual quarantine for this reading. The spiritual quarantine is intended to maintain the integrity of the message, and that spiritual quarantine will come down at the very end, and I'll let you know once we get there. But we're going to dive right into this energy. Spirit is right now sending through an image for you, and what they're showing is what looks like a stream. So this stream is somewhere in the woods or out near a meadow, and it's a really lovely, gorgeous stream here. But I see the water kind of flowing over the rocks, and it's happening really slowly. It's not anything that's very fast, but it's just really lovely and really peaceful here. And I see you next to this stream and just feeling delighted in that you found this. I see you laughing and having a good time, and I just see you feeling at peace and feeling really serene and one with this image. Then what Spirit is showing is you then looking into the stream and seeing your own reflection and seeing yourself as a little bit different, I think, than what you expected. And as you're looking deeper into that stream, you then notice there's a glimmer or a glint of something that's catching your eye that's in the stream. So you reach down to pick it up, and I see you pulling out what looks like a diamond. And that diamond is gorgeous. And I see you opening it up into your hand and just being delighted with this find and with this discovery. So it does feel like you are discovering something. It feels like some of you are in the process of discovering deeper parts of yourself, deeper layers. This feels like an awakening. It feels like parts of you are starting to stir and to move from within. It feels like you are unearthing buried treasure within yourself and parts of your identity or parts of your experience that you weren't aware of. For some of you, this is an awakening into your queerness as new. For others of you, this is moving deeper and diving deeper into the layers of self and into the layers of who you are and within this environment itself. But I see you happy, and Spirit is saying here that you can have this peace. You can have this piece of this treasure that is within your hand here. You can also have this peace as in the serenity that we see within this scene as well. Spirit wants you to know you can have that, and you can feel that deeply within your soul, and that it simply requires looking within and not being afraid of what you may find there as well. All right, so we're going to go a bit deeper into this reading. I'm going to go ahead and move into the tarot cards. The diamond is a metaphor as well, finding some part of your identity. What do you want to say, Spirit? What's going well here? Okay, I gave you the King of Wands. Yeah, they're showing the sunflowers here in this card, almost as if they are lining along this stream, almost as if this is you kind of next to the stream itself and just being delighted with what you're finding. I think for some of you, this is confirmation that what you find actually will be delightful. I think some of you may be experiencing some fear is definitely coming through, but also some anxiety around what you may discover about yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. The Six of Cups. They're saying upright and reverse. For some of you, you're in the process of doing a life review, or you will be moving into, over the next while, doing a life in review of yourself. It's almost like when you look into the water, when you look into that reflective surface and you are trying to see back into the past. For some of you, it is you trying to assess if there were signs that you were queer. For others of you, it is kind of having an identity in mind and seeing how those past experiences actually fit. For others of you, this is reflecting on the journey that got you here. Yes, no matter what, it feels like a moment that is intended to both offer up a point of reflection as well as to bring you into the present. Six of Cups in reverse. Okay. There's an energy here, there's a message here from Spirit for you to look gently at the past, look gently at yourself. Do not see yourself through a critical lens or through any harsh judgment that you want to bring to this experience, because it does not fit the ways that you need to look at yourself. It needs to be as gentle as this scene by the stream that we're seeing here and that Spirit is presenting. It is important that you do this gently. It is important that you land into this energy gently for yourself. And that for some of you, Spirit wants you to know that there is no way you could have known. The only way you would know is as it revealed itself to you, like how this flower is blooming throughout the development of these cards. You had to develop to this moment in time and into this place for you to be able to see it clearly. The flower blooming is also the energy of awakening. Preserve. This card says security, it says forethought, it says thrift. Some of you are trying to preserve a past image of yourself, like the Six of Cups, it speaks to the past. So some of you are trying to hold yourself to a version that you are no longer. It's almost like when the preserves are stored in the can and left in the pantry or the closet. It's like you're trying to come back to something old or a previous version of yourself and still see yourself that way when you have changed, in fact. You have changed from the moment that you are in the present doing this past or life in review. So that means the lens that you need to take with this experience will need to be different too. Some of you are holding on too tight to a past version of yourself. Even as you feel your own queerness budding, still trying to hold on to something that is washing away or moving away like the stream in this image. Your spirit is trying to move like the water. It is trying to cleanse out the old junk materials. This could be things like homophobia, transphobia. This could be experiences and memories you've had with others that have been damaging or wounding to you, okay, into who you truly are and your identity. And so Spirit is asking you to evolve. Spirit is asking you to be gentle with what you see in the stream and to allow that current to take you where it needs to as well. They're saying something here about the word thrift. From this card, Spirit is saying for some of you that it is important and helpful right now for you to see how others are moving through their experience. So this may mean you may want to connect with others who share your identity, whether you have been within or in the LGBTQIA community for a while, or even if you are new or questioning. This may mean engaging with different content that is queer-oriented. For others of you, this may mean coming into connection with different groups or collectives who can support you, and definitely the ones on this channel as well. But it's important that you see different ways that queerness can look, and that there is no one way that is as expansive as the earth is, as expansive as the ground is, as expansive as the world is itself. Queerness itself is infinite. And so understanding that you will have a very specific kind of like flavor, kind of like the jams on this card, you will have a specific flavor to your own identity and to your own queerness and how that feels within your experience and within your body. Spirit is asking you to embrace that now, and is asking many of you to explore some more, or explore as new. There is an acknowledgement of the world that we're living in right now and how unpeaceful it can be. Okay, Earth card in reverse. How it can feel sort of chaotic at times. But Spirit is asking you to like ground yourself, to center yourself in the knowing that you are one of the people who is evolving. You are one of the people who is elevating in your own frequency, and coming and stepping further into your own identity is part of an awakening, is part of an ascension for you. That should give you security. This message is intended to give you security and safety, and to know that you are not alone. To give you the Seven of Pentacles, upright and reverse. They gave you the Two of Pentacles, and the Emperor. This is an energy of stepping into your power. This is an energy of discovery, of knowing that there have been seeds already planted within you and your soul and your intended experience here that would allow these parts of yourself to bloom, like the card or like the flower we see blooming over this Six of Cups. So you've been in a process of development. That has been the journey for you. Some of you are like the seed who is now starting to burst through the outer layers of that seed and start to bloom into the plant. That is where some of you are at in this journey. All of us are at this point in this journey. The current state of things are pushing us to grow. This is the soil for your growth, is what Spirit is saying. The challenges and obstacles that you may experience, some of you are experiencing, and others of you are experiencing within as you are trying to explore more. And so Spirit wants you to know that you have help and you have support. Two of Pentacles. For moments when you feel off balance, this card is all about balance and imbalance, okay? But when you start to feel like you are off course or feel like you are off balance, Spirit will step in and provide the support that's needed for you to continue your growth and your journey upwards, in fact. The Emperor is all about power. The Emperor is all about coming into the fullest version of yourself, The Emperor knows who they are and knows their place and knows their station in the world. The Emperor knows self deeply. This is a power that wasn't given to them by others, but given to them by themselves, in fact, as Spirit is saying. Yes, it is the power that you take. It is you taking your own power back. It is you taking your own power for the first time. For some of you, this looks like connecting the dots from your lifetime and putting it together into this beautiful puzzle of who you are becoming. The diamond is representative of the struggles and the pressures and the challenges that you have been through to this point. It became refined through this process, just like you have. And so by you reaching into the water and reaching into the depths of your soul, as is the metaphor from Spirit here, you can unearth beautiful, wonderful things. Stepping into your queerness is intended to make you feel more of yourself, more like yourself, in fact. It is intended to shed layers of yourself that weren't yours to begin with, that maybe came from others or came from society, the patriarchy, and from oppression. Spirit wants you to feel the joy of this scene and of this energy deeply, in fact. If you've been feeling unhappy with parts of yourself or feeling like something didn't quite fit, this may be it. Spirit wants you to explore more of that, in fact. Yeah, this is an invitation to explore. Portal. This is an invitation to your own inner awakening. It says access to the infinite. Queerness is infinite. Yes. So this is the doorway through which you can walk through, move through, for you to experience the joy that you are looking for and to feel it deeply within yourself. It can be really easy as you move through diving deeper into your queerness or exploring it for the first time. It can feel really unsettling. So Spirit wants you to know that through that process is what refines you and what makes you more sure of who you are becoming, like the Emperor energy. It somehow brings more color to your life, and it brings more fullness to your life, and it brings more understanding to the experiences that you've had. For some of you, this will feel like the puzzle pieces finally fitting in place. It will feel like the moment when the puzzle piece clicks into place within the image that we're seeing. Yes. Spirit really wants you to have that experience. Some of you may actually already be puzzling. That's what they're saying. Yes, that's why I couldn't get that out. So they want you to kind of put those pieces into place, and they want you to see the whole picture. That is kind of what this experience is feeling like. Now, it may have been at some point you felt like your identity within the LGBTQIA umbrella, particularly for those of you who've been in this community longer, like me, it may feel like you had a certain identity and now it feels like it's changing. And that's okay too. Remember, you were never meant to stay the same. You were meant to evolve as well. We're always meant to evolve. So even though in the past, again, there may be one image of yourself you've seen, and up to this point, it's okay if that changes. It is more than okay. Yeah, Knight of Cups. This is the movement. The cups in tarot are all about water. You see the stream running through here? Yeah, you see how this is streaming out of this cup? Yes. So there's an energy of movement. There's an energy of healing. There's an energy of evolution that is here for you, that is ready. King of Swords in reverse. Spirit is asking you not to let your mind get in the way of how you need to flow within this experience. That may mean not overthinking it. That may mean not trying to convince yourself out of it. That may mean seeking additional support where it's needed. The King of Swords and Swords in Tarot are related to communication and thinking, among other things. Coming out in reverse here, it is also asking you to be cautious with the King energy of external influences into your process, whether that's from other friends, family members, or from social media, or the news cycle, or society. Spirit wants you to go into a moment of deep introspection and reflection for you to find the diamond within you. The way it looks for someone else may not necessarily be the same way it looks for you, and that's so okay. Yeah, there's a real call here to seek additional support as needed. Those who can hold you without putting their own thoughts of who you should be into your process. There's a real wanting you to come into this insightful discovery for yourself. It's almost like going to the stream by yourself and doing the deep reflection and allowing yourself to spontaneously understand what's actually going to work for you, in fact. By seeking additional support, that may give you the space and the holding for you to explore. That is what Spirit is saying can be supportive during this journey, whether that's with other family members, friends, chosen family, community groups, or with your healers or helpers, whoever is supporting you. Yes. Mycelium. It says interdependence and support for life. Yes. So again, this is around your networks. Okay. It's around knowing that going through this experience can be really challenging and can be really vulnerable and can be very raw as an experience. And so it's important that you're placing yourself in situations, in spaces, within your networks that actually feel supportive and good for you. It should feel supportive. Okay. It should be fueling that exploration. It should be excited for your exploration. It should be encouraging of that as well. Okay. But also knowing your spirit team is here supporting you as well. It's almost like these mushrooms are near this stream that we're seeing here. Okay. So King of Pentacles upright is all about support, the tangible support that you may receive. Okay. It's also coming in reverse as, again, another reminder not to allow the patriarchy, as I sometimes read this card, not to allow the systems of oppression to feel to make you feel unstable, to make you feel destabilized, or to sway you from this process of self-discovery that you may be in. So Spirit is here supporting you and helping you through this journey. And you are not alone. Even though you must go through this experience for yourself, you don't have to walk it alone. Remember, there's a whole community of us. It says ceremony. It says ritual, celebrate, devotion. Do you notice the two people on this card? Yes. So again, remembering that you don't have to do this alone. But as you start to step further into what feels right for you and feels right within your own identity, it will feel like a reason to celebrate. It will feel like the puzzle pieces click into place. It will feel like when you place your hand in the water and you unearth the diamond, it will feel really good for you. And so this is your soul being devoted to its own unfolding, to its own blooming process, to its own evolution. That is the energy Spirit wants you in, and you have every reason to celebrate this moment for yourself. You have every reason to experience moments of joy throughout this process as well. Spirit wants you to anchor into those moments of joy as you go through this process, because it can feel like a lot is shifting at once, and that's okay. But again, remember, you're supported. All right, so we've approached towards the end of this reading. I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull a final oracle card, and then we're going to read from the guidebook. And I'm going to channel any final messages here. Final card, this one. Okay. Temple. It says, the wisdom within, quiet external noise. Precisely what we were saying. So this person you're also seeing, there's some water here as well. It's almost like they're sitting next to a little stream here in this temple. So again, Spirit's very clear here about dampening the noise outside of you, not allowing the external forces to influence into your process. It is important that you are doing this self-reflection for yourself with support as needed, with the holding that is needed for you to find where you need to go here. Okay, so we're gonna read this one. It's on page 136, 136, 13-6, if that's an angel number for you that you would like to look up. That's your angel number. The temple is a place to commune with the sacred. The temple in this card doesn't discriminate. All are welcome here, for it's the temple within, and we can access it every moment of every day. And while we're in the temple, if we're lucky, we may discover that the sacred is not just above us. It's all around us, below us, and of course, within us. Stepping into the temple is an act of going within, of not looking to the external world or outside forces for guidance, and instead accessing the wisdom that's always been available for us deep within. The temple card invites us to prioritize the relationship we have with ourselves, to cultivate a daily or even moment-by-moment practice of going in. Of course, we don't need to be inside a physical temple to do this. The temple is a symbol for the temple that's forever been within. A resting place, a wise place, a healing place, a creative place, a safe place, a powerful place, an intuitive place. You can access the wisdom within right now by placing your hand on your heart and breathing in and out deeply. You can access the temple within by gazing into your own eyes in a mirror. You can access the temple within by watching the sunrise, and you can access it by sharing a breath with another. Only you hold the key to the temple within. This card is simply your prompt to remember that you do. And the soul inquiry is, how are you being called to quiet the external noise and connect with the wisdom within? Yeah, the message is clear. Self-discovery and self-exploration. All right, well, I hope this reading has been helpful for you. We've now approached the end of the reading. If it has been, just feel free to give this reading a like or even drop a comment that lets me know that this reading found you where it needed to. I am actually offering, as of new, LGBTQIA Coaching. So that is now available on my website, and that's in the description box below. I have that linked. It's really easy to book with me. But I actually support members of the LGBTQIA community as they are doing their self-discovery process, and by supporting them in helping with answering any questions they have around the process, whether it's coming out, whether it's doing your own questioning, whether it's for medical procedures. I also support in providing somatic movement-based therapy as well, and providing deep listening, holding space for your body to naturally uncover what those identities are for you and what feels good for you now. So I support the LGBTQIA community in a number of different ways in those sessions, and where they are in their journey, whether they are new and questioning or whether they've been a part of the community for a while and maybe going through some transformations and shifts. I would be so happy to hold space for you. So if you would like to connect and to dive deeper into your own journey, or to have support from someone in the community who works outside of the patriarchy, then feel free to check that out in the description box below. I would really love to see you and to connect with you. I also do, of course, have personal tarot readings available. So if you'd like your own specific healing message and healing transmission, feel free to check that out in the description box below as well. And on my website, I'd be more than happy to support you with an LGBTQIA reading, or just a general reading for you for whatever you're going through in your life. I also do have a Patreon subscription, so if you would like more smaller group healing-driven messages, I post one specific message week over week or each week for that smaller group. So would love to see you join that. I have that listed in the description box below as well as some other services I have available on my website. I am so happy you're here and joining me, and I hope this message has been helpful for you. I also can't wait to work with you, so I hope to hear from you soon. But the spiritual quarantine is going to come down now. I really appreciate you being here, and I'm wishing you so much luck and love with your journey, and know that you aren't alone walking it. I'll see you at our next reading. All right, thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.